Hi, I'm Lindsay Baumgren of Nourish Move Love, and today I'm giving you 5 simple weeknight dinner recipes using beef. That's right, there's simple weeknight dinner recipes. Those are words every mom loves to hear, including this one. I'm about to give you everything you need to make an entire week's worth of meals for your family using beef recipes, including the grocery list, the prep guide, the meal plan, and my pro tips on how to make each meal in 30 minutes or less. Let's jump into recipe number 1, slow cooker shredded barbecue beef. I typically make this on a Sunday because it's my most meal prep intensive day. You can throw your beef into the crock pot using a shoulder roast. I have about 2 pounds in my crock pot. It was in there for 6 to 8 hours, and I'm serving it with a side of roasted green beans. This is also great for serving a crowd, in which case I might go more the route of coleslaw, buns, and maybe fruit. I'm also serving mine up with some classic barbecue sauce. Primal Kitchen is a brand I personally love to use. So let me show you how I shred this beef and make the final plate. Anytime I make something in the crock pot, I usually double batch it because I love having leftovers and having leftovers in the freezer to pull from. So I simply take my leftovers, put them in a glass container, let them set to cool, and then I'll put an airtight lid on it, stick them in the freezer. The other option, if I run out of Tupperware, is just to use a good old Ziploc bag. And make sure it just cools, and then you can throw it in the freezer, and then you have leftovers to pull for an easy weeknight dinner. All right, on to recipe number 2, beef and veggie kebabs. Hands down, my favorite meal on the menu plan. So this is my Monday night meal, but I'm actually gonna prep this all on Sunday night. So I'm gonna do the meal prep on Sunday night because Mondays are busy. I can literally come home Monday, roll this on the grill, and dinner is served. I bought steak tips because they're pre-cut, but you could choose your cut of choice, and you can always mix up kebabs. You could do different cuts of steak, you could add fruit in, and you can make this meal multiple times with different flavors. I'm using bamboo skewers, but you could also use metal skewers. Just make sure you soak them if they are wood before you put the veggies and meat on. So doing this on a Sunday night just makes life so much easier to have it all done on a Monday. So you can assemble them however you like. Sometimes we add mushrooms. I like mushrooms, my hubby doesn't, but you know, it's always good to mix it up. And hot off the grill, we have our beef and veggie kebabs. I like mine a little bit crispy, so I kept them on the grill longer. But if you're ever wondering when your kebabs are done, I highly suggest investing in a meat thermometer. Great for working with beef. I have all the internal temperatures for each recipe listed below. I season them with paleo powder, my personal favorite seasoning. You can use whatever seasonings you like. And a great way to mix up kebabs is to mix up the seasoning, the marinades. You can always add fruit. I'll include another kebab recipe below as well. All right, on to recipe number 3. It's Taco Tuesday. We're making steak and black bean soft tacos. So I actually prepped my beef on Monday night because it had to marinate overnight. So in here you can use round bottom steaks, top sirloin steaks. I sliced them about a 1/4 inch thick, and I put them in here with some salsa and some seasonings. You can find the recipe below in the blog post, and marinated it overnight. So I'm just pulling this from the fridge, and I'm gonna end up throwing it in the skillet on the oven. But let me tell you what else is included in our tacos. We're actually using a black bean mixture, black beans and salsa, that we're gonna plate the bottom of the taco, and then you're gonna add whatever toppings you want to your tacos. I always add fajita style veggies, which I saved in my produce saver because I prepped them when I did the kebabs. And that's recipe number 3, Taco Tuesday. You can plate them any way you want, add whatever toppings you want. You can add salsa, avocado, the sky is the limit. Serve them in lettuce wraps, add tortilla chips, do your thing as your family likes. And that brings us to Wednesday night, which is actually leftover night. So you can pull the leftover barbecue beef you had from the freezer, or any leftovers you've had from recipes 1, 2, and 3 so far, or you can eat out. The meal plan is meant to be realistic and attainable, and everyone needs a night off from the kitchen. On to recipe number 4, we have Asian beef stir fry. This is our Thursday night meal, and it's really simple. I don't know if you've noticed, but as the week goes on, my meals just get simpler and simpler. Let me tell you how simple this meal is. We're actually using another cut of top sirloin steak. What I love about using beef is I actually use top sirloin steak for kebabs, for this stir fry, as well as for the tacos. You can always mix up your cuts of meat, but I personally like to buy in bulk to keep it on a budget. So I use top sirloin for 3 meals of the 5 that we're making to make it a little bit more budget friendly. Also, using steam in a bag brown rice because it's so simple and so easy to add to this meal. And I took the shortcut and bought pre-chopped stir-fry veggie mix. And we've made it to recipe number 5, beef burgers and sweet potato fries. We started the week with beef kebabs and veggies, and we're ending it with beef burgers and fries. My kind of week, especially after a solid week of workouts. I love a good burger and fries, great high protein meal. Also great for serving a crowd if you have friends over on a Friday night. And that's a wrap on your 5 simple weeknight dinner recipes using beef. I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to check out the blog post associated with it, where you can find everything you need to replicate this exact meal plan, including the grocery list, the prep guide, and all the recipes, which can also be found at mnbeef.org. Thanks again for joining me today, and be sure to share this video with your friends.